All right, here we are. No time to breathe in between matches. We've now got our under-15s competition, which is the South versus the North. So again, with some mixtures, I think, around between players. Team with the ball in hand is the team from the North, and we're away. So the South receive the kickoff and immediately get bundled over. And the South need to wake up a little bit. So great pressure on the kickoff there from the team from the North. Their colours are very similar here, so it'll be interesting to see how we go. Great contact and great tackling there. And this player's off his feet with his hands on the ground, but allowed to get away with it. So the North showing the way here.
Very hard start to the game.
Absolutely.
Strong tackles
But it's been turned over. Tom Allomes there coming in with no number on, I think, for the South. And away we go. Look who it is. Oh, looks like we've hit the sideline over there. So Hamish Grant there just being pushed into touch.
Hamish is a very talented player, and I'm pretty sure he won state MVP for under 14s when we versed South Australia.
And he'll do a fair bit of directing in the back line out there too. You can just, I can see him out there telling his team where to go, who to defend where.
It's hard to understand sometimes with the Scottish accent.
All right, North now with the ball, cut behind, just coming wide, running across field, but they've got some space now, and they get it to the winger. Doesn't have the pace to get around the outside, runs back in, and good effort at stealing there too from Tom Wilkinson. He loves the pilfer, does Tom, playing in the number 9 for the South. Someone's got to tackle low. Oh, wow. Solid contact there. Great tackle, number 14. Ollie Wilson there for the South. He also had his teammate land on his head in doing so, but just demonstrating how to tackle low. And the North, they got away with it at an earlier ruck, but Hamish goes the quick tap. He'll get around here. Goes the sideline. Oh, nice tackle. Exceptional work there from Saxon Walker.
The South just
is great tackling form.
Here. They've got an overlap on the side.
They do, and well done by Wilkinson to get there. Ball goes to Allomes. He'll run straight. And again, great tackling there around the ankles, taking him down. Hamish Calvert from the North.
Only thing is the North are punching up in defence on the line. So the South need to use that to their advantage when they attack.
So just couldn't hold that pass there, Aidan Flack. And dropped that ball cold. And now the North have got an opportunity. And good hands, taking into contact again. Oh, brilliant hands. 14's got some space again. Nice tackle too. Solid contact. Bundled him into touch.
Good tackle by the fullback, I think.
Yeah, coming across in defence there. Really solid contact. I'll tell you, this game has started at a frenetic pace. These boys are all over it. So, very fast rugby, backwards and forwards. Just a few probably ball handling errors.
Just from watching the start of the under-14 game, you can tell that we're going to have a strong under-14 stateside this year.
Oh, and just been won there by the South. Wilkinson unable to get that ball away, but manages to get it back, so does a good job there. He's always in the thick of it, is Tom.
If they can slide the ball out through their hands to the left winger, they should be able to have him run straight up the side.
Absolutely. The North defence are really bunched up. Oh, Allomes can't take the ball either. Good intent from him coming around and running onto that ball. But, yeah, I think you're right. In that situation, the gaps are out wide for the South if they can get it out there. Mind you, we've seen the North get it out wide too. And great hands.
The North had
Grant makes the tackle, gets back to his feet. Yeah, their hands have been exceptional too. Drawing and feeding.
It's obviously something they have practiced a lot of training.
Yep. Nice little run inside. The tackling's been unreal. I'm really, really pleased to see a lot of these low tackles. Players being coached really well. It's really important at this level that you can stop a player in their tracks by actually dragging him to the ground. The best way to do that is around the legs. Oh, nice running in there too by Charlie Menzie. And the North looking dangerous in a tough situation. Hamish Grant comes in and makes a big tackle. That's Hamish Calvert in the number 23. Lots of calling out here from the sideline. And the North staying on their feet. He's been good too. Had the ball quite a few times there. The number 15, Tynan Williams.
He is a good young player.
There he is. You can see him now coming into halfback. Great work. Oh, got some speed and a good contact too. Nice, solid hit. Good pickup. And finally the North, after some really good phases and support play there with a quick pick and drive, ends up scoring a try through the hands of, I'm not sure who that was, number, I think it's 18, Charlie Menzies.
Some good acceleration into the line.
Oh, it was a pop pass there. He came in to support, and the defence wasn't quite awake. And he was very quick off the mark too. So after 5 and nearly 6 minutes, I'm exhausted just watching this rugby. This is a very high standard of rugby. And again, these boys, most of these boys, you know, if they've been playing rugby in Tasmania, probably had a couple of years of experience under their belt. Up in the North, I know they would have had a lot of some junior action last year.
Yeah, they had a lot of their junior schools competitions. They got started back up there, which was really, really good.
Yep, good attempt at the kick there. So that's Williams with the kick. He's wearing the number 15. He's injected himself into that line a few times, and I'll tell you what, his ball skills are really good.
It's good to see the fullback coming up and hitting the bowl up sometimes.
And again, directing. You look out in a match like this, and players, defensive players with their hands out, pointing, talking, they're the ones to watch. And Tynan Williams, he's showing that leadership at the back there. It's a nice kick too from Grant, but it hits Williams on the chest and gives him a bit of chance in space. Oh, he's got a step too.
On and the spin.
No one with him there. He looked to pass too. This guy's got some class, I tell you. Can't wait to see how he goes.
I think number 24 with the bowl there might be in the wrong age group. He's got a beard, full-grown beard from the looks of it.
Oh, look away they get. And the hands. Oh! I tell you. That's Saxon Walker, all the action on his wing, but he couldn't pick that one up.
Unlucky.
And the knock-on.
But he did the right thing looking for the offload there.
That's right, 24 for the North. I'm trying to find his name on here. It might be Nate. I'm not sure. We'll try and check when we get at half-time. Because he's been in the thick of the action as well. He's playing out there in the centres. But we'll hunt that one down. Because he's a big unit. Grant now with a step, gets around, and he loves that fend too. Does Hamish. Good battle, flicks it back, finds a play. Oh, nice little dummy there too. Good work. Oh, play on. That's all right. 23 there. Hamish Calvert for the North. I think thinking he was offside, but he was actually fine because it was just in loose play. And Hamish Grant with a quick tap.
High tackle, I think there, maybe.
Over the shoulder and knock back 10.
It.
You can see Michael Smith, the assistant referee over there with his flag out for the high tackle. Just over the shoulder, a good contact. Wilkinson now with the ball. Decides to go himself. No one with him though. He needs to get some players around him quickly, and they do. Someone now has to go into halfback. And there's Tom coming in. Hamish now pins the ears back. Finds someone outside him. Oh, good solid run. Tackling. Solid tackling there. Saxon Walker and Oscar Davey, I think, for the North. Wilkinson manages to dish it out. Great wraparound. Oh, steps
I think
back
he might
inside.
have just taken his ankles away from him.
And the ball comes out. They're going to pin the ears back and make it to the line, and they do. And the South through, I think that's, I'm not sure the name of that player. Tong. We've seen one of those guys earlier.
It was very good for the South to keep attacking that right side and keep the North on their toes on the defence.
Yeah, that's right. That step back inside, he might have been able to get there if he pinned his ears back, but when he stepped back inside, it pulled the defence back in too, which gave his teammate in Tong the ability to get around the outside. So entertaining rugby. Great hands there from the South in the end there to shift the ball from one side to the other. Hamish Grant causing headaches for the opposition with his darting around the field. And we've got a match on our hands. And we can see Hamish here in the number 12 there. But there's definitely spectators all around the country. That's a good kick there from Grant. Nearly makes the distance, but 5-all.
Quick shout out to one of the seniors playing today, Michael the Anaconda Lovell, watching the game, loving it.
I think we've been talking Tynan Williams up. He's got some fans around the country.
Yeah.
So yes, Uncle watching, I think, from all the way from Brisbane.
Nice, nice. Very confident in his ability of rugby, which is good to see.
Yeah, and here he is with the kick and just doesn't quite make the 10. Ball was wisely left there, actually. I think it was Flack who underrun that ball, came in to take it, and then realised it was just over his head, so he left it, and it didn't make the 10 and bounced back. So a little bit of luck in some ways, I think, there, but good work by Aiden. All right, so scrum on the halfway. Tom Wilkinson, whose brother we saw playing earlier, I think, in the halfback position. Family of halfbacks there. Might like to see Mum Jane get out and play halfback in the women's later.
I think
just to make it a family affair.
She's the nurse of the family, always fixing them when they're hurt. But I feel like she could probably take on the majority of the players out here.
I think you're right. She's a force in Tasmanian junior rugby, is Jane. So thanks for all your work, Jane. Probably done a lot of groundwork to make sure that this day runs as smoothly as it has so far, and to make sure that everything's happening and these players get the best opportunity at representative rugby possible for them. So great work. We cannot do this without people like Jane. Oh, stolen too. Wilkinson just puts the ball under the foot of the North hooker, and he's got to make up for it. Makes a good tackle, so gets across. So probably lucky to get away with that, the North, with that boot up before the ball went in. And now the North putting the pressure on and losing it there, so can't hang on to it. There was good structure there from the North. You could see that nice little pod there ready to rumble. But ball was unable to be held onto by Jacob Harris. Just passed a little bit high for him, maybe in front of his face. Makes it a little bit harder to take. And now Wilkinson will get the opportunity here to win, to put the ball into his own scrum and hopefully win it this time.
Seems like the sideline ref is trying to tell them that they can come up, but they don't seem to hear her.
I'm sure that they're back there 5. And a great scrum. North win it again, so some work to be done for the southern scrum.
I think they've...
nice
big
contact there.
bump over him.
Big
That's
Maori
what you like to
sidestep.
see.
That's right, from a couple of the smaller guys on the field too.
I think it was the winger on winger. So
absolutely.
That was good. And a crocodile rolling the ruck too.
Yeah. Saxon Walker in the 14, I think, there with the big hit on Ollie Wilson in the matching 14 from the South. So some great play out here. Boys loving the contact. And unfortunately a bit of a knock on in the ruck there by the North. So Very entertaining rugby. 15 minutes in. 5 points apiece. Game's just settled a little bit at the moment, I think. There's just a few errors coming into play. Players starting to establish their positions on the field. And starting to even up a little. So scrum mass of green and gold.
I think the North have been very dominant in the scrums today. I think they've won nearly every single one.
They have.
Even the counter rucks have been
And Wilkinson getting a little bit frustrated there, giving away a penalty as that ball was lost again. So going to need to gather their thoughts a little, I think, the South, and see where they can resolve their scrum problems. Nice little run in there by Lachlan Neal for the North in the number 2. And the ball comes wide, and again, just those passes are going a little bit too high. They should be taking those though. I think they're hitting them at pace. It's good structure again. Just passes are a little bit high, and players a bit anxious, I think, looking up.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're anxious as they're starting to bunch into the defensive line like the North were in the first half of this half.
So another scrum to the South. They really need to win this one. Wilkinson's got to make sure he puts a bit of a spin on this, gets the ball back, and okay, so just wheeling that scrum there. Aidan Flack in the front row in the black headgear for the South there. On the other side, relatively inexperienced player, though I know his father. His father has played plenty of matches in the front row for university back in the last century. But it's great to see Aidan out there having a run, and this will be excellent for his experience. Again, just wheeling on that side. Great, much better scrum that time. And they give the ball back to Grant on the other side, and he's found some space. Oh, the hands! What a great offload. It was an awesome tackle out there on Grant.
Himself down the sideline too.
Pins his ears back. And that's all it took for the South. Exceptional work. How Hamish Grant found that pass. The timing was just unreal. Just watch again, taking in a really good tackle, and then finds his support player out wide. Arches the back, gets away, and he's got pace to burn. I can't see. Trying to find the number. Is that the fullback? Max McDermott possibly in the number 15. But a real cracker of a tackle too back in there by Charlie Menzies to take down Grant. But Grant's just thrown that ball out into space in front of I think McDermott, who's the try scorer, and he's run 50 metres to score. So putting the South up. That was all it took, Theo, was get the ball into the hands of Hamish Grant.
I think that might be their main offensive attack, is Hamish Grant leading by example out there.
Yeah, look, and it's, he's an experienced player who's very wise and rarely makes a mistake. In that case there, if Menzies hadn't have made that tackle on him, I suspect Grant may well have scored that himself.
Yeah.
But in that great tackle, he was able to still throw that ball out and find his fullback, who showed some impressive pace too. So really excellent exhibition there of rugby skills. Just the set play off the scrum there too to switch the ball to the other side, catch the North a little bit unawares. And the North now to return the kick. So pushing to the 20-minute mark of this half. We play 25, maybe 30-minute halves. Just letting the ball hit the ground.
Nice chase
and
by the
here he is,
side.
Menzies, who made that try-saving tackle to stop Hamish Grant, taken down by Hamish Grant.
A very good kick by Tynan Williams there, and for number 18 to run onto that.
That's
was
Menzies.
very good.
Yeah, he's
He
one to
seems
watch.
be
Here he
on
is
the ball
again.
every time.
He's all over it.
And the South have stole the ball back though.
They need to get their rucks working here and going off holding on. So great work there. That ruck, 22, I think.
Or 22.
Vice captain Logan Barron-Duncan. And here he is, Menzies hitting it up, and guess who's tackling him? The number 12 for South. Here he is too, Barron-Duncan. So he made that pilfer, I think, back there on and the turnover and earned the penalty, and he scored the try.
That's what you like to see, not giving up and going hard at the line.
Yep, Menzies, he's been exceptional so far in this first 20 minutes. And a good pick and drive. Had a look and went, oh, hang on, there's a gap right in front of me. And the South just not quite awake to that. Bit of inexperience maybe, or a bit of tired boys 20 minutes in. And it's 10-all, and this will give Williams an opportunity to put his team in front. See how his conversion attempt goes. Oh, he's going the drop kick.
I think he might have been using a different tee to what he usually uses.
Oh dear. Rushes it and makes a bit of a bungle of that one. But 10-all. Not a huge amount of time left in this first half. So players out here in this under 15 competition are year 8 and 9 students in high school. And away we go. So here comes the ball in the hands of that man.
Number 18 again.
It is Menzies, and he's got around this time.
Down the sideline.
And pushed into touch. That was a good effort back there by Tom Allomes, coming across in cover defence just to give him enough of a nudge to topple him over the sideline.
It's always nice to see a forward do some cover defence.
That's right. That's right. He's playing in the front row, and to get across there is pretty impressive. So great work there by Tom. It's another St Virgil's boy, Tom. He comes from Buckland, travels all the way down to St Virgil's from Buckland every day for school, and it's great to see him down here today. He told me the other day that he didn't think he was able to play because he's got to play footy. But good to see him here. And the line out comes in, and then unfortunately knocked on by player there for the South. And that gives North a really good attacking opportunity here, just rolling that ball back. Oh, what's happening on the ground there? Wilkinson somehow ends up with that ball in the edge of that ruck. Not Wilkinson, someone else. Oh, come through the ruck
Good
there.
there.
Wilkinson needs to get that ball back, and he can't. And he puts it the wrong way.
Seems that Hamish is involved in nearly every single tackle for the South side.
That's right. Oh, nice play. Comes around to Williams.
And
this has been, I've been waiting for this to happen. These guys have linked up a couple of times, Williams and Walker, and I suspect that we might hear those two names a little bit more in the future of Tasmanian rugby. But just watch Williams here, gets the ball out. The wraparound play here is exceptional. Great teamwork. Walker on the outside, finally rewarded. He's had a few great runs earlier in the half, and he's sniffing around that ball anytime it comes near him. So
seems like those two might be fighting for today's 3-2-1 vote.
Yeah.
And he's going for the drop kick again from the side.
Yeah, interesting. Doesn't want to go. Doesn't want to go. That was a better effort that time. And so there's our half time. And a very entertaining half of rugby where the South and the North going try for try. And in the end, though, the North have come out in front with 3 tries to 2. So an impressive half of rugby. While the boys have a break, we shall have 1-2, and we'll be back very soon with the second half of this entertaining under-15s match.
one more to do after this.
All right, we're back here to see this second half of this entertaining game so far. 3 tries to the north and 2 to the south. There's been some standout players around. This guy kicking the ball right now, Hamish Grant, has played very well and been everywhere. Kicks it out and finds, I think that's Connor Davidson with a great fend.
He's a big boy compared to a lot of these other players, I think.
That's right. And unable to dish that off though, and we'll see a line out again. These have been few and far between with the line outs, but first half saw the North dominating the scrums and winning quite a few tight heads against the South feed. So it's something that we saw at half time, a bit of scrum technique discussion with the front row for the South, and they'll be hoping to be able to win a bit more of their own ball. That's a nice effort with the throw there. Just doesn't quite hit the target, but ends up in the right place
with the
for
referee
the South.
having to jump over the players.
And that pass there,
he just needs to look a bit more.
I think you don't see that very often, but that ball taken out over the sideline by the player's hair. So number 11 there for the South, Gus Williamson, maybe.
He might need to go get a haircut.
His hair went onto the line while he was holding the ball, and that makes it out. Toyota 3-6, and the throw doesn't go straight, and read nicely in the line out by Tom Burt for the South. So the South now with their tails up in an attacking position. They've got to spread this ball. The North's defence is not out wide, but the South's attack is all too flat as well. And Wilkinson goes the wrong way for that overlap. Oh, some solid contact there. Oh, a bit harsh, I reckon. Deemed to have been tackled. I don't think there was a tackle in that at all. I think he...
and he didn't take him down to the ground. It was a bump off, I think. So
yeah.
Bit unlucky with that one.
Bad luck in that case there. I think looked like he'd actually bumped off and wasn't taken to ground. Pretty valiant effort there by Walker, the number 14, who's been busy. He's managed to find himself on this side for the North again.
I think I've noticed in the lineouts that the back lifter at the front is actually coaling it, and that's kind of a struggle, I guess, because he's having to take his mouth guard out and put it straight back in.
Yeah, doesn't give you the time to lift. Okay, ball makes it that time.
Back jumper there.
Okay, ball dished out nice and quickly. Here's that man again, Davidson. And gets it out this time, finds some support. Yeah, Tynan, there he is.
Into 10 that time instead of fullback.
Now into the ruck. He's following that ball. Oh, on a knock on. So bad luck back there.
Not ready for it, I don't think.
Bit confusing out here, these colours, I think, in some ways for the players. I'm kind of trying to work out who's on which side sometimes.
Well, it's sort of the newer Tasmanian jersey versus the older Tasmanian jersey.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that on the same team, the jerseys are different as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Which isn't the best thing for them.
So they're mostly matching, but yeah, the North have got some of the yellow and green stripes as well as the green and red. Oh, nice scrum there from the South. Obviously, halftime pep talks worked.
And
number 10 there.
Back to the blind side.
Tom Nathan, he's able to travel forward there though.
He needs to be careful coming off his feet there.
And we've got an advantage to the South here for discretion back at that ruck. So they want to now settle. And again, the players really wanting to run onto the ball in these pods, but they need to make sure that they're holding, that they're catching the ball before they make those meters.
The forwards for the North side are getting very frustrated and starting to get a bit pushy now from the looks of it, especially in the rucks. They're just grabbing and ripping at people.
Yeah, just getting messy in the ruck. And, you know, honestly, the under-13s today, they really showed how to ruck.
Yeah,
effective. Oh, and he's through. Ho-ho! And he scores too. Great run there from Tom Burt. The big second rower manages to bustle his way through a couple of tackles and found the try line in front of him. Here he goes. Coming in at first receiver. Hits it up. Players all shoot up, one outside him, one inside him, and he manages to keep his balance under a fair bit of pressure through there and finds his way all the way to the try line. Impressive work from the big fella.
Okay, can the South get in front with this kick now?
Yeah, not a bad opportunity here for Grant. It's not too far away from the middle of the field. So good play. It all came off the back really of a good scrum that allowed them to put onto the front foot there. A little bit earlier, Tom Nathan. There's so many Toms in this team. I think the South team have Tom Allomes, Tom Burt, Tom Overton. I don't think it's Tom Tong, but it looks like it. Tom Wilkinson, Tom Nathan.
And then the North team just have Tom Savage.
Tom Savage. Definitely the best name out of all of the Toms for a rugby player. And unfortunately, Grant unable to convert that one, so we're 15 apiece. But yeah, it was going back to what I was saying. It was good play from Tom Nathan in the end off that scrum to run blind. He was able to get his team moving forward as he went around there, though he was probably would have been better off to swing it wide this way. But nice to see a different option other than passing it just to Hamish. Led to a really good try down there to Tom Burt. Good direction here again from Williams. And goes long with a wobbly kick, but that's all right. Makes it hard to catch. Nice little goose step here. Will he get around? Oh, no real... no. Oh, here we go. And I think they might see a yellow card here to number 7. I'm worried there.
Now.
Probably 2 problems in that phase there. We've got... might not see a yellow card. I think there's a bit of a reaction there to the player stepping back inside, but the original tackle there on Wilson was no arms as well from our mate out here, Saxon Walker.
And
just put his body in front.
Might be a little angry with that bump off and ready to put on some big shots now.
Yeah,
He's
so
got the demon eyes out, I think.
So a bit of bad luck there to Crowther. It really was just a reaction, but those kinds of tackles around the neck, there was a bit of force behind it, and it was high. It was just that he was coming across so fast.
I think it's just looking out for the safety of the players.
And the high-tech scoreboard today, we've introduced a new feature that you'll see is the yellow card feature on our scoreboard. So when Crowther manages to come back on, we'll see the yellow card disappear. But good work there to Marcus and Sam, our tech team here, to get that happening. It's helped the viewers to be able to work out what's going on. You just see Tom Wilkinson there taking Tom Allomes into the line out.
I think it might be his first time doing a lift, so see how he goes.
We'll see how he goes. Oh, he wants the ball at the front. Oh no, it was a set piece, but he's run the wrong way as Tom. He probably should have straightened up and tried to bullock his way through. But good work. Got there in the end. Just a bit of uncertainty, so the South need to settle their work here. And good counter-rucking from the North. And in the end, their player on the ground was the try scorer from before, Tom Burt. And away he goes. That is our go. Menzies. He's been so good all day as Charlie, and he's put his hands on his face though. I don't know if he's hurt in that tackle. He's probably just exhausted. Also, it's not Menzies who's down. It was the tackler, yeah. Tom Overton as well in the number 7. And here he goes again. Menzies smashing through it. He loves it, but it's been turned over.
From the looks of it, it looks like Menzies now one of those 3 points for the game.
Yeah, he's definitely stepped up here. And he's smashing the South with
Nice,
strong
hard,
runs.
strong, straight running from him.
The ball was pilfered at that ruck down there by Wilkinson, but there was an earlier penalty.
We've just got Ollie Bird, the medic, coming on to check on the player now.
I think that's Tom Overton down there. I think he made the tackle on Menzies and might have copped the boot to the face.
Maybe just doing a concussion test even.
Yep, I think he's yeah, it was worse for wear. He was lying on the ground back after that ruck, holding his face. But yeah, I don't know whether his head hit the ground or whether it was collected. But hopefully he'll be fine to either play or whether he has to come off. Just having a discussion down there under the eyes of Craig Gardner, the referee, and Ollie Bird running first aid for the boys.
Gives the teams a good chance to reflect on their gameplays at the moment. As you can see down in the south side, Hamish and I think it is Tom Wilkinson leading by example in there.
Yeah, taking that break in play as an opportunity to regather their team because they're really on the back foot. And I'd say this North team have got a size advantage here, and they got some strong runners. So nice tackle.
And Menzie with the pop up to get the ball.
He's so close and just dragged down by Brocklehurst, and a supporting play there from I think the previous try scorer as well, Bevan Duncan. He's picked up another one.
It seems that every time there's a try for the North, Menzie seems to be involved with it. And
that player there, look at his 22, Bevan Duncan.
Just a quick pick and
nice
drive
work.
off the line.
Realised there was no one competing in that ruck from the south and was able to pick it up, and it was an easy try in the end. So putting on the points, the North here, while they've got one in the bin. And a player down and scoring points, so good work. And again, mentioned the guy here with the ball.
And
Williams.
he's going off the tee again.
Yeah, going back to the kicking tee. He's had no luck as yet, and he wants these points. So, Tynan Williams. It's a good effort.
Just hooks it to the front.
Not good enough. And the North now with that just 5-point buffer with about 10 minutes to play. Starting to just show their physical dominance in this game. A few players on that North team who are causing some headaches for the South. We've heard it over and over again. That name, Charlie Menzies, in the number 18. He's playing at number 8 at the back of the scrum, but he's a force to be reckoned with.
Forwards left. I'd like to see him get off this kick and have a big run straight down at the player. I feel like Hamish should probably kick this to the back left corner as the winger has not dropped back.
He's having a look this way too. No, he goes that way. Oh, it's a nice deep kick. And guess whose arms it lands in? Oh, taken just slowed up a little bit there by Overton.
And a good drive by Hamish too.
And but gets to ground safely and will clear the ball. We have not seen much kicking. There we go. No one back. And
nice,
a few of the players getting back.
Kick.
Tom Allomes was sweeping again back there, but first player to get back in this case was Lawson, I think.
Centre.
Lawson for the South. And they go to a ruck. They need to win this one desperately. And the chip over here mightn't be a bad option too. Flack with a good run. Great work. Just holding the ball in the wrong hand. But Hamish Grant rides one tackle. Misses the other one. And look who's going to meet him on the sideline. Oh, off his feet there. Going to be penalised. No, he's managed to get away with that. I'm not sure. Number 9 from the North was lying on the ground and put his hands out on the ball.
I don't think the referee might have seen it.
Yeah,
he might have got away lucky there.
Very lucky. And the South now. Oh, look out. Will be a penalty. I think he's didn't tip him down on his head, but lifted him
above horizontal of the shoulder. I think he went at part of that tackle.
And they're going to have to pull him back there. Just a dangerous tackle in that situation. He'll be lucky to get away without a yellow card. Going to the pocket. So we'll need the second yellow card icon on the screen.
And this really doesn't help, especially with the south inside the, the north inside the south.
And they opt for the tap. And this guy's been really good. The number 8 there, Tong. He's, hope I'm pronouncing that right. Wilkinson gives it to Tom Alholmes, who's driven in a really good tackle.
I think Tom might be playing in his training top.
Yep.
To have 2 players down, the North is still showing some really good defense right now.
Yeah, this is where they're going to find a gap, though. Grant gets it
like
out. We need to dish it out. Oh, the overlap on the outside. Dear. Grant wraps around. Is he going to find some space? Dishes it off to the number 14, who gets a hip and shoulder.
He needs to be careful of that because he didn't.
And yeah, there's a penalty try. So, and there'll be another yellow card.
I think the first yellow might be coming back on now.
Yeah, but another yellow card there to the North. The player didn't attempt to tackle and has gone the hip and shoulder, which is dangerous. And Ollie Wilson,
he went in for the nice
knocked short.
The Sonny Bill Williams shoulder charge.
That's right. And right now, I think we've actually technically got 3 yellow cards. 3 yellow cards, and that's a 7-point try there automatically to the South. So they'll go to 22.
And the first yellow card has returned back onto the field now.
So 22-20, and yellow card sitting at 2. Well, I certainly didn't expect at this level to have these yellow cards, but really what it shows is a lot of passion out there. The players, they're playing hard, but it can happen with inexperience too. That situation there where players gone in and not attempted to make a legal tackle in a try-saving attempt has seen him have to sit for 10 minutes on the chair and also gives away a try and an automatic conversion. So Williams,
and a lovely kick off.
Beautiful kick. And guess who's the first one to get there?
Every time.
He'd be probably the tallest player on the field, and he's been absolutely everywhere. I don't know how Williams has ended up with that ball in that ruck, but he's got it. And there's Bevan Duncan bustling through too.
Able to end up with that ball there, seeing that
yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, nice run around the outside. Pushed into touch.
As number 4 could tell, the sideline is your best defender, and he used it to his full
That's right.
ability.
Just a gentle shove over the sideline. Good try. It was a good run actually around there. That's Josiah Jeffrey, I think, in the number 25 for the North. We haven't heard his name much, but he's their captain for today. He's playing in there at fly half. And the ball goes to Alholmes at the front. Good option. And then finds Grant, who drops it. Oh, I said before, he doesn't make many mistakes. He was caught in 2 minds there. I think the plan was for him to be kicking that one out, but just juggled it and ended up spilling it under a little bit of pressure. And that is going to make a very tough defensive situation here for the South, who just have their noses in front with about 5 minutes to play. I think we're playing 25-minute.
I think the
halves.
North would be smart in using their 8 to go to the blind with Menzies this time, seeing that they are 2 players down. So I think they really need to use their forwards to their advantage right now.
Yeah, and he's the man.
It looks like Menzies actually having to help his second rowers get in properly, as they usually play flank half.
Little whisper from the halfback to Menzies there.
I think there that might be the plan though. Straight, and he needs to run straight and hard at that line.
Yeah, he does. No, and they go that way, but Williams comes back to the blind. Defence is there though. Nice work. Great work, Tom Overton from the South there. He probably hasn't rolled out of that ruck though, which will give the penalty advantage. And here's Bevan Duncan. He's going to get a trifecta if he gets over there. He's so close.
They need to start to set up some pods now as they only have
And
13.
number 7 there, Cooper Crowther, who's the man who's just come
from
back
his yellow
on.
Card.
And he's earned his place back on the field
He had
by
to make
scoring
up
a
for
try.
the missed time.
That's right. And here we go. Just falls over, and yeah, good work. Just again the bit of inexperience there showing from the South on the line there. Not quite prepared down with their body height nice and low to prevent that from happening. And he was able to get the ball down pretty comfortably. So Williams with another conversion attempt with his team currently just in front by 3 points.
That is good to see too, saying that they are down on plays and they're still not giving up. They're continuing their drive.
Here he goes with the conversion. It's a good strike. Good strike, but just to the right. And we'll come back for the kickoff with a 3-point margin.
With only 5 minutes left, the South really need to use their two-man overlap to their advantage
And
now.
I'd be expecting Grant to be looking for something different this time.
I feel like he might
He
go
goes
for
quickly.
the run down the middle to the side.
Oh, and they've got the knock on there. So it was a good kick for Grant to find space, and number 12 out there for the North running onto it. Jack Rayenga is unable to take that ball securely, and that gives the South a scrum opportunity.
The South need to just hold this ball for the next couple minutes and not rush it, and just take their time to score, run the clock down a bit.
I suspect we'll see Hamish Grant pin his ears back and look for a gap here, but the defence has been pretty good in this line.
I'd like to see him get the wide ball out to the winger here and see how he goes, because he has got some speed on him.
So here comes the ball to Grant, throws it around, he'll wrap around. Oh, they've got space out here too. This is the try scorer from the start, and he's going to score here. Great run there from McDermott. He showed the pace that he had in that first try of the match, where he ran 50 metres off a great pass from Hamish Grant, and he's done it again. He's pinned his ears back and found a gap. It's good hands by the South. And just a defender on the wing there got up too far. Good chase in there from number 12 again, who dropped that ball, Rayenga. And a really great try by Max McDermott, who's now got 2. And the South back in front, Theo.
Yes. They could be up by 5 if he can slot this from the sideline, but it is a hard kick.
Yeah, definitely pretty wide out here. He likes to kick off the 22, does Hamish? I've noticed that. He seems to place it on the 22 wherever he is.
Gives him a bit more time for the rushing players.
So Grant with the attempted conversion. North on the line. Not a bad looking kick either, but it goes away to the left. Had the distance on it.
And the first yellow card can come back on now.
Right, so back down to 14 versus 15. Launceston players, the North players just getting off their bench, getting excited.
It's going to come down to the dying minutes.
It is
an exciting game.
Kickoff comes, and this guy's been good. Been good at receiving those kicks a few times, and it was a nice tackle.
Number 23 who just put that tackle on.
Yeah,
and the North have got the ball.
They've managed to turn that over. Good solid contact.
It's a good run.
Overton and Tong there together. But just not getting out of there once the player got to ground. And Bevan Duncan, he's got 2 tries already.
He's had some
and he's sniffing for a third. He's a good strong runner. Nothing flashy about him.
Oh,
good hands.
Good
hands. And here they go. We haven't seen this guy very much.
Oh, he get the offload.
Taken in a great tackle and stolen by Grant. We're going back to the penalty. I can't believe that. That was Harry Gorsden out there. He had the line in front of him. All he had to do was dive, and he tried to run around and was taken in a great tackle in the end by Ollie Wilson, I think. And look who's going to score this one. It is Menzies. And he and Hamish Grant have been a dueling pair all day. And the North back in front.
With the final minutes coming up too.
It may be enough to get them over the line. Here he is, the big fella, Charlie Menzies. Gets over the line under great pressure from Hamish Grant.
If I was tying then, I might have backed myself to take the kick and get the 3 points and win by 1 point there.
We want to milk the time off the clock here, and he may be able to run the game out.
I'd like to see Hamish somehow get the ball back off the kick and kick a field goal.
Well,
but I can just
Williams can make this conversion. I'm going to back him on this one.
I can see the excitement of the boys ready to cheer on for the victory.
He's kicked it too. No, short. And that is the ball game. And the North in a very, very close and thrilling encounter, having had 3 yellow cards, come out winners by 3 points in a very, very close one. That's right. So final play of the game, and who more deserving to come away with that final try than Charlie Menzies, the big number 8 for the North.
I think we could both agree on our 3-point player of the day would be Menzies there.
Definitely, he's been exceptional for the North, and look, definitely Tynan Williams out there in the number 15 has been great all day, and Logan Bevan Duncan playing in the front row to have scored 2 tries, and he really led from the front, so probably give a point to him. And the South, they've had some good players across the paddock. I guess it's pretty hard to go past Hamish Grant there.
And even the number 14, their winger.
Yeah, Ollie Wilson had a really good game. Great game. Nearly scored a try at the end, but ended up being a penalty try.
Same as the fullback.
Yep, that's some good work in tight. Tom Overton in the number 7 was really good. Aidan Flack had a few good runs. Will Brocklehurst played well too. But yeah, so great work there from the South. And again, look, entertaining rugby. Great to see these boys slugging it out in a very, very brutal and physical battle. And we've got some more rugby coming up soon with girls 7s and under 17, we'll call them men's, before our 3 o'clock, 15 aside, women's North versus South match, and then at 4 p.m. the men's. But we'll take a break there before our next matches come up soon.